Hello, Samson here. So it's Friday, book reviews. I was reading an interesting book titled Attitude is Everything, that is by Jeff Keller. Yeah, so the book gave me chills, if I'm to put it that way. And that's if it's the right word to use. But yeah, driving right into the book. So a positive attitude is simply a person's passport to a better tomorrow, if we were to put it that way. So then, attitude in the book is defined as a mental filter through which you tend to experience the world. It's a mental filter through which you tend to experience the world. So your attitude is everything. All right. So the book is basically divided into like two parts. So there is part one and part two. In part one, we're talking about success beginning in your mind, and then part two is going to focus on you watching your words. And then there is a last section of part two, I think, which I'm going to dwell much on because I got some valuable lessons from there. But yeah, lessons I got from part one. The first one is simply your success begins and ends with your attitude. This is simply because happy people are not people with a certain set of circumstances, but people with a certain set of attitudes. And then the second lesson I drew from the book was the fact that you draw yourself closer to the thing that you are constantly thinking about. So this is basically referring to you taking charge of what goes around your mind and what occupies your mental space all the time. The third lesson I got is the fact that you need to take control over whatever you visualize, your mental pictures in your mind. Vision is, I think, somewhat defined as your ability to see things which are invisible to others. So if you're the only one who's able to see them in your mind, then you definitely need to take care of the mental pictures that you create over every circumstance. And then the fourth lesson I got was the fact that in order to succeed, it's necessary that you make up commitments. So when you get committed to doing something, make sure you commit and you're as consistent as you can be. That is a guarantee for success. Simply never give up, if we're to put it that way. Lesson number 5 from the first part is the fact that you can also develop an attitude of seeing your problems as opportunities. Yes, your problems as opportunities. A lot of us, I think, tend to view problems as problems, minus looking at them as opportunities. But if we learned to, I think, look at them as opportunities, then we might go so much further in life. So there's some valuable lessons here on how adversity enhances us, I think, to do well. And that is, adversity gives us new perspectives about life. They also teach us to be grateful. They reveal our potential that we have, and they also help us to build our self-esteem when you're able to overcome them, of course. And then we're going into the second part where we're talking about you watching over your words. The first lesson I got from there was the fact that words have an incredible power to influence your future. So whatever your words are like, they've got an incredible power to influence your future. So it always starts from your thought. It comes from your thought, and then you confess it, comes from your word, then it becomes a belief system, and then you begin to act in that way, and then you get the results of whatever words you speak out. The second lesson is the fact that people respond differently to the question, how are you? So there is a mediocre way of responding to it, there is a negative way, and there's a positive way. For more information on how to respond positively, you might as well want to read the book. Which takes me to the third lesson I got from the book is the fact that self-pity is an acid which it upholds in happiness. I think that is by Napoleon Hills. So the lesson literally behind is stopping to complain. It takes you nowhere at the end of the day. And then lesson number 4 is the fact that a mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. That is from Proverbs 27, the Bible. So your associates are going to tell us a lot about who you are, and it matters that you choose wisely who you associate with. And number 6 is the fact that if you want to be successful, you must be willing to be uncomfortable, because success is something that just doesn't come without you having to put in getting out of your comfort zone. And then number 7 is that success is going from failure to failure without the loss of enthusiasm. And that is by Winston Churchill, I guess. So failure only comes when you decide that you're going to quit. But as you're in the process, you might as well want to fix your attention on getting results you want. And then the last one, actually, where I'm going to draw some of my attention to, is the fact that there are benefits of networking. In the last part, benefits of networking, and this is where I'm going to draw much of my attention on, because most of your success is going to be dependent on other people. You can achieve some of things alone, but if you want to achieve massive success on a grand scale, you definitely need networks. So networking is development of relationships with people for mutual benefit. In business, relationships are going to help you get new clients, get new opportunities of employment, get you around the right people, get you information that you need in order to move forward in your career, in your field, and all that. And in your personal life, relationships are going to help you enhance your social relations with people, getting acquainted to new cultures, getting acquainted to new philosophies, and just having a broader perspective of how life out there is. So then there are some like 4 basic techniques which are broken down, which can actually enhance us to be able to network. And that is attitude and action, which is the first one. So in order to achieve this, you need to project a winning attitude all the time. Project a winning attitude. And then the other thing is participate actively in events and in organizations. Then you also want to serve others very well. The second thing is referrals. So enhancing your network, you need to have referrals. Be sure that you recommend people to others, and then when you recommend them, make sure they make it known that it is you who had recommended them. And then be selective as well about who you refer or who you recommend somewhere. The third one is communication. Be a very good listener. And then at times, just call people for no reason. Not necessarily that you need stuff from them, but just to check on them. And then take advantage of events, where the events meet new people. Surround yourself with different minds wherever you have an event. And then the last one is actually following up. So you might as well acknowledge a powerful presentation. For example, you went for an event and then there was this powerful presentation, or there was a powerful article that was written. You might want to appreciate that. And then the other thing is also to appreciate when you get referred or recommended by someone. Lastly, is you need to be able to send congratulatory cards, happy birthday, and all those other things. So yeah, attitude is everything. Jeff Keller. Till we meet in the next segment, I am checking out.